Here is a very cool Big Sur Nephrite Jade Paleo Story Stone face and mammoth effigy. Now, this is this is without a doubt the most detailed, the most heavily worked Paleo Story Stone effigy made out of jade that I have in my collection here. I dug this out of shell midden. Midden is kind of a refuse from the fire pits of the ancient Indians that inhabited the area. And this was about, 20 years ago or so. And I had been digging in these middens near Jade Cove at Plaskett Creek with a friend, and we dug up some beautiful jade, and I always thought this piece was just so-so because I really didn't pay attention to it. I hadn't discovered Paleo Story Stone face and mammoth effigies at this time, so I didn't know anything about them. I knew it was some kind of tool or some kind of jade artifact that the Paleo Indians, I didn't know it was Paleo Indians, but that the Indians had left behind in the fire pit. What we have here is an eye. We have two eyes here. We have one eye here and one eye over here and a nose here and a mouth down here and a shaman's horn looking right at us. Believe it or not, they did that on purpose. That is a shaman's face right there. You can see it plain as day now looking to the left. The eye right up here and the nose here and the shaman horns up above. Oh my God, kind of like the devil. And then when you look at it this way, move it around here a little bit here, now we have another facial image as well. And this face looks like wearing more of a hat up here. And we have the eye up here and the nose and the beard looking off to the right. Now, what this is that all this area here, all of this, and get this, look at that, that's a sharp edge there. It could have been used as a chopper or a cleaver at one time. And then they converted it to a Paleo Story Stone face and mammoth effigy when they were done using it. That has all been worked and pecked and banged to get all this off of here to make a beautiful, beautiful mammoth now. Mature mammoth facing left. With this, the eye of the mammoth. Just outstanding imagery. Unbelievable. And I had this in my garden all this time until day before yesterday. And I noticed it out there, and I hadn't paid much attention to it since my discovery. And lo and behold, the finest worked jade artifact that I've ever come upon. And that's a mammoth facing left. That's the mature mammoth. And this area here has all been smoothed and worked. That's not unusual for these tools that are found in some of these ancient fire pits. This was found on private property with permission from the owner near Plaskett Creek, California, off of Highway 1. And that's been banged there to show some hair up there, or some, probably maybe part of the facial image as well. And then we can see over here that this area here is going to be interesting. That's all been banged up by our Paleo Indian friends. And that's going to be the beard of a face when we look at it pretty soon from this direction here. But when we turn this over, and this is a big piece, now we have that baby mammoth facing off to the left. Here's its big exaggerated eye right there. Massive hair tuft above the head. And that's facing off to the left now. Baby mammoth. And then when we hold it this way, this thing's heavy. And it's cool jade. Now we have that baby mammoth facing off to the right. So now that baby mammoth is facing off to the right. And then we have other faces. Look at that. It's like an axe. Made kind of like a hand axe right there. In fact, this whole blade edge is here. If we can look right here, we can see that whole blade edge along there, especially right here, comes to a quite a sharp blade edge right there. Well, that's the edge that they contoured to make the mammoth, which now is the mature mammoth facing left. We have another face looking off from the back of the mammoth. And we have a bearded face, the eye, the nose, the beard down here, which is all that pect area, facing off to the right with a hair up there. And then we have probably the old guy, the old guy here with big nose, eye here, big nose, sloping back of the head there. That's the older face looking off to the left now. But I wanted to share, wow, that is something else. That's like a big cleaver or a big axe that the Paleo Indians flaked on both sides of this piece at the end here to make those images, even the one looking at us, which is very subtle, but it was done intentionally. Just wanted to share that beautiful Big Sur, really well carved jade Paleo Story Stone face and mammoth effigy.